Very NA comps. Yeah, this is Atlanta does play the Doom pretty often in this, and you see why as Pelican goes in and gets a kill right away.
Sparkle looks on jealously, as that was definitely a hero that was in his wheelhouse in the past. Iris going to go down pretty early in this fight though here, so the Rain lacking a lot of that healing, and Sparkle switches to the Doom. Yes, he definitely fancies this matchup. Fearless able to win out in the middle of the map here, and Gator falls. It's going to be Dallas in control to start.
Yeah, Zelda does a little bit of a decoy as the Ant Matrix comes down for both sides.
Hanbin's a little bit low on defense matrix right now, Matt, so he needs to stay away. That's Fearless with an Earth Shatter. It does catch Iris at the very least, and Hanbin's having an excellent team fight. He's able to force Master away, but a self-destruct on the point is going to do just that to the rest of the fuel, and they still catch Hanbin after he was desuited, no less. 32% on the clock, and now Pelican gets to stretch his legs.
So, okay, now you get control of the point. Where do you play here? Do you play close? I would probably say you would try and play close, get like the TP out, get them kind of moving towards you. But he TP's fast.
Hawk's going to be a little bit split for the rest of his team right now because the teleporter's down. Yep, they actually TP behind Dallas with that play from the Symmetra. Hawk was a little bit left alone, so if he's able to remech somehow, and Jexa goes down. Fearless is the front line, but he's taking a ton of damage from Edison on his left-hand side, and he's not aware of it, perhaps until a little too late. Sparkle does get rid of Iris, but the damage is already done, and Atlanta get back in the driver's seat now. It's 70%. Mortality field is down, though, and Sparkle just going to relocate here on a dime. He's found Iris once more. He's knocked away. Amplification Matrix is in play, but Gator's already fallen, and Fearless doubles down. That's 2 for the Reinhardt. Sparkle now getting his hands dirty. And at 99%, it looks like the Rain will be forced off. Master going down, maybe some stall here, but that's it. Dallas now put us into overtime.
Yeah, you'll have Hawk it on in touch. It's going to be an Ant Matrix, though, that comes down from Fielder. You deal with Hawk quick. Here comes Gator back into the fight. But Fielder just landed those headshots through the Ant Matrix. Pelican trying to get there with his Isaac Slab. Yeah, this'll be Dallas Fuel taking this first point. And what I think you want to look at as well is with these two teams, as the series kind of progresses, is this Reinhardt again? Atlanta, they'll ditch the Doomfist and then they'll play with the Meg. So this is to kind of counter the stuff that Sparkle is doing, is look at how much damage he's put down. Gator, Hawk, Edison so low. Is Dallas going to just run right through him?
And simply that immortality field, it's fine. It keeps them alive, but it doesn't really do anything about it.
You needed that type of performance to go to the distance, and you still lost if you're Atlanta. So something big has to change here. That's a nice shatter.
It's 3, Matt. Hawk's knocked down. Immortality field has to be deployed immediately, but they can't keep Gator alive, and that's been the story of this map so far. The frontliner for the Atlanta Rain constantly being bowled over by the Dallas Fuel, namely Fearless. Well, Dallas, I mean, they had to get through that nasty Reinhardt matchup.
You can kind of look at some of the things in the matchup that made it close, and it just from there is that's a teleporter put behind enemy lines. Gator shatters, doesn't connect with anything, and then Sparkle's going to take out Iris. This is going so poorly for Atlanta.
As far as I can tell, Sparkle was actually aiming at Edison there and just catches Iris. That is so rough for the Atlanta Rain. They're back to him. And now Doha gets to work on that Reinhardt shield. Edison trying to challenge, but Doha is already juiced to the gills. There it is, another Gator's going to fall here, and Pelican has to throw a desperate blizzard on the point now. Sound barrier also applied by the Rain. They're down to 3. Master sends Fielder careening over the edge, but the Fuel still have the numbers, and they have Doha working a maximum output here. Hawk eventually is taken down, and now Master needs to be removed from the point. It would be a shutout. Huge recovery from Dallas after a tough first round, but here come the reinforcements from the Rain. It's Gator leading the charge as always, and Doha circumvents the front line. He forces the wall out of Pelican, then back, but he runs headlong into Edison. The Wrecking Ball comes down, and Gator is a little bit low, finally getting more of that Fearless ball. Perhaps he's been training it. Edison looking for Fielder here. Getting rid of the Batiste would be huge to try and unseat the Fuel, and Sparkle's going to go down, but it's traded. It's the Batiste of the Rain to fall first. Finally, Fielder is down. Edison's still trying to find a way to deal with this Wrecking Ball here as a sound barrier from Jexa starts to abate. The Fuel still have the point, but they're starting to run out of health. Hanbin's going to go for a self-destruct to try and get that mech back, and he gets Master. It's going to be a trade of Lucio's here. The remech kill is going to get rid of Edison, though, and Hawks is trying to stay alive a couple seconds longer. It's not enough. The Dallas Fuel take away Li Zhangtao.
Now, as they drop down, that's actually a wall from a Pelican that goes up to the high ground, which doesn't block anybody getting into the point.
Masa trying to get some boops there from the top of the bell. Doesn't find anything yet, but he's a constant threat. He needs not to get caught though, and Sparkle punishes him there for that little flash of hubris from the Finn. Sparkle able to just to rotate there to the high side, finds Edison, the remake from Hawk, that's scary stuff. But again, the Symmetra play dominates the early moments of another map in this series.
Yeah, so they're going to take this point with ease, as I wonder...
Around with the Blizzard will force the rain down, and it looks like that was what he was looking for. There's a TP there that's going to be removed in just a moment, and Sparkle's wall is doing a lot of work here. Gate is extremely low. Blizzard's going to come up and gets eaten up by Hanbin. Immortality Fields come down, and the self-destruct gets rid of Iris's. Fearless falls though, and a self-destruct from Hawk claims Sparkle. He already got Fearless before the fact. So the Atlanta Reign can settle now into a defensive hold. A little bit. I mean, maybe if you're a lesser player. For Fearless though, he probably just keeps holding W. Sound barriers on both sides here. Everybody gets a little bit of that overshield.
Shatter. Good for Fearless.
Amplification Matrix off the off angle here for Iris. Oh, okay. Fearless going to catch two. Gators inside the Immortality Field though, and Iris still punishes Fearless with that field in play. Perhaps Fearless thought that he wouldn't be subject to the boosted damage or God knows what for Dallas Field. They go left side to the point. Symmetra wall in play. Pelican's going to wait on the Blizzard for the time being by the looks. He's got to be careful. He almost got frozen there, and the Blizzard gets dropped. Perfect timing there. Gator going to get taken down by the Fire Strike, but Harmon is removed. Hawk active as ever in these fights, and a late Blizzard here for Pelican might be just what the Doctor ordered. They freeze up Field and remove the lion's share of the healing from the Dallas Fuel. Despite the best efforts of Fearless and Sparkle, this one's another dud for Dallas.
I mean, Hawk and Pelican from the opposite side. That was actually the self-destruct from Hanbin as like a lead-in, but the May wall boosts it, blocks it from going anywhere. High ground taken, then this will be the M-Matrix on Fielder on the opposite side.
Oh my. Yeah, well, if you can dodge a ball, you can dodge a wrench, right? Fielder, not nearly as lucky there.
Precision.
They're going to drop down train, go main.
Another wall.
The teleporter goes down, but the wall kind of split players off from it.
They're very split, Matt. In half, in fact. Oh,
what?
You're kidding me! That's inconceivable. Fearless drops down and charges Gator from behind, but
it's for nothing.
Curb your enthusiasm. The Atlanta Reign have it on lock. I mean, dealing with such ridiculous stuff like that.
Yeah.
Again, Dallas have been thwarted trying to use their teleporter. They can't get all 6 players in one place, so they won't do it
goodbye.
Again. Field is down, and Gator will chomp on the fuel. Jexa on the point here, maybe a little bit of capture percentage is the plan. He and Hanbin are there. The Hawks going to have a self-destruct to clear the room. Hanbin was desuited right into the blast. Jexa turrets are going to claim him, and that'll probably be it now as a wrecking ball for Fearless again, only used in garbage time. And the Dallas Fuel 55.2% on point B, that's all. The Reign have the Orisa here and no Lucio, so their mobility comes from the teleporter. Oh, Edison! Oh my! He gets accosted by Fearless in the front line, but Iris and everybody are going to try and burn him down. This is now an all-out brawl, but the Reign came with a composition for just this kind of fight. Ice Block going to be used there very quickly by Doha, but he's going to pop out into the scrutiny of Hawk. And Gator's going to be able to finish that kill. Second in hero damage on Orisa, by the way, is Gator. Out of everybody in the league, Atlanta Reign pretty comfortably take point. This is their staging ground for capturing point B. Immortality Field, Air Matrix, all the works are here. Doha's Blizzard gets eaten up, and Fearless is able to find a kill on the Batiste. That's a good start for Dallas, but there's much more to be done. Doha goes down. Blizzard is in play here for Pelican, and Fielder has no idea really where to send these healing grenades. He can't keep Fearless alive. He's caught inside the gravitic flux, and now it's Hanbin and Fielder. They're back up behind the wall. Fielder doesn't have regenerative burst right now, but Doofus comes to save the day. Hawk can't penetrate past the sim wall.
That sim wall saves the game. Play the Doom now, and then Doha will play the sim. So this gives him an opportunity to get a little bit more aggressive, some more firepower with that aggression.
Iris going down early. That's rough. Edison knows that he's now essentially stranded. Fearless charges back to the point, takes a healthy amount of damage, but that really is just going to be support ult percentage, as the Reign had already lost.
And with no Lucio for the speed, and
the team goes and they get it to the back right. Yep, they follow up on this TP and they're all on the point. So Metrowall's going to come straight down in the shadow. Oh, it's beautiful! Oh, stunning stuff there. Oh my! Fearless pushed back though. Hawk going to get taken down by Doha, and a self-destruct was behind the wall. Edison's able to catch Hanbin though with one of those turrets, and Fearless is so deep, he's in the back line. He's maybe hoping just to trade 1-for-1 and have the respawn advantage, but it's not going to be there. The Atlanta Reign looks stunning as they move up, and they claim Hanamura.
you know, Dallas isn't exactly going to just charge into this comp. That's a nice AWOL, though, to split some players off.
Yeah, you definitely saw Doha drop in there, though, and Dallas are trying to wrap around these less permanent, less temporary shields, rather. And they've kind of done that. I mean, I guess that's kind of the play here, right, Matt? Trying to abuse that lack of mobility.
Yeah, well, what happens here is they actually get a really, without that mobility of the Lucio to, you know, get in, help him out. That's a quick TP to high ground. The fielder, how low was he when that happened? I mean, that is just one click there from Edison.
Not great stuff for the Dallas Fuel. They've got to pull something big out here. They get rid of Massa, but lose Fearless as he went forward with the Shatter. It did knock Pelican down, but there was an Immortality field in play, and Sparkle has been very careful about how he makes his way into this fight. He realizes there's no front line to really hold. Sunmin just touches the point, but he takes a ton of damage in order to do so. Gravitic Flux and Fearless's days are absolutely numbered. Immortality field on the ground waiting for him there. They do go for the beat, and oh dear, it does not work.
Yeah, the Amp Matrix and beat there. I wonder if we're going to see some big changes here with the Dallas Fuel lumping some of their now without your sound barrier.
Who the heck on Dallas even gets that reference? I don't get it. Anyway, Sparkle down to Hawk. Doha now with the Blizzard thrown down. He's going to be able to catch Massa, but there's going to be a Blizzard coming from Pelican as well. It doesn't matter though. Field is going to be there. Hanbin keeps to the extremities of the storm. He's just trying to ward, as far as I can tell, Hawk away, but Pelican just pulls up. There'll be another one if he's not careful. And the Rains start to bulldoze through the Fuel.
This is like an all-in here for the Dallas Fuel.
I don't know if I've ever made a Bronx cheer sound on broadcast, but that situation definitely called for it. Doha getting taken down. Pelican just pushes over. Yeah, he goes over the top of Fearless. Make sure he gets the final blow there as the Icicle goes vertically into the skull. And Atlanta Arena pushing up. And we saw Dallas have their own suite of problems against even Florida Mayhem playing.
It's going to be Fearless getting boosted up by the Maywall there, so gets nothing with his Shatter again.
Yep, second time this series that has happened. He's going to have to turn around and charge away, I think, with the Blizzard in play from Pelican. Doha threw one up as well. It's going to be a trade of kills. Looks like Edison went down here. Rally being popped by Massa. The Rain looking for a little bit more here with the Amp Matrix expiring. This might be their opportunity, but Fearless, he takes things into his own hands, doesn't he? As usual, Massa gets pinned.
And I mean, the pin there is huge. I mean, you see the damage coming down from Mohawk on the side from Hanbin. He'll finish this off. I gotta say, though, those are the types of actions that like splitting off with the Maywall and causing the bigger issues. That's exactly what Atlanta wants. They teleport up to the high ground, then to supercharge that gets dropped there, so it's very difficult for the Dallas Fuel to take out. And Pelican takes out Jexa.
It's unreal how many of these he's hitting. He teleports behind them, he's bouncing around on the high ground, so with the Fuel there are roiling massive bodies, and he's still hitting Icicle after Icicle. So close to building up yet another Blizzard. And look, Matt, as soon as the data was available for Pelican, or for the power rankings for May, he was #1 and has not shifted from that position since.
Matrix comes out here for the Atlanta Rain, then the Gravitic Flux. The Gravitic Flux should get Sound Barrier, though.
And it does. Fearless is going to stay alive now as he's dropped to the ground. There's still 2 shields for him to get through. He tries to go past them, and he doesn't connect with the Shatter. Gator's going to go down to the very least, though, but the Blizzard's going to force the Fuel to split. Pelican finds Zohar easily enough, and then the rest of the Dallas Fuel just get picked apart. We're now going in under a minute left for the Atlanta Rain have the advantage, and they are pushing it home.
All right, so Atlanta completes the map.
You just die to your own splash damage as well in some cases. So
Atlanta's got a contest point.
2 ticks and counting. Barrage, and beautiful! It is raining rockets, and Sparkle gets a comfortable 4K there.
Pretty handily.
Hawk trying to get those micro rockets on target for Jexa, but he's in Valkyrie, and there's not much that can be done, and Fearless gets to have a pretty gainful Primal Rage. Dallas big can help him finish off those kills. A little tough given how durable the Rain are. Of course, switching to that Moira setup now with the Reinhardt. Barrage, it's good. Another 2 and he gets the whole backline. Sparkle cannot ask for much more than that. Finishing off Hawk as well. And this switch is definitely giving the Fuel some wind in their sails.
Yeah, Edison goes over to the McCree, but it's just way too late off of the Pharah, though. So no Pharah to deal with in the sky, but still a lot of pressure from these hit scans.
Yeah, I think that maybe Sparkle reads the switch to double hit scan. Either way, he's not able to make much happen with the Doomfist here and the self-destruct.
This is where you you'll have a Deadeye, and you'll end up with your tack visor during this.
Fearless sees the Deadeye, knows he can linger for a while. Pelican's already gone down to Harmby though, and Edison needs to get some work done on this McCree now. Switched into it expecting a Farah. Meteor Strike though could be a problem. Sparkle's obviously heard about the Space Jam release, I suppose. Rising uppercut means Master is in dire straits, and that is a nice punch to get an easy D-suit, and Dallas are way ahead of the curve. 3 minutes and 16 on the clock. Maywall prediction there. Eventually Dallas had to contest. They're not split up yet. Maywall's already used, but Doha's in a great position to threaten here. He's able to wrap around the back of the concave shield, and getting rid of Iris first is great target selection, Matt.
Well, I think what happened is Iris was trying to go to the high ground, and the teleporter actually breaks. Edison takes out Fearless. You're still in this fight.
Hang on.
The Orisa lasts for so long. You have Masa there swinging away. Yeah, you're going to end up winning this fight for the Atlanta Reign.
And there it is, Matt. They didn't get to see what the Fuel were playing early, but they have a feel for what they're going to be going up. Sort of see, but yeah, Harmby was the loose end that was left there. The rest of the Fuel tried to go to the high ground. That hasn't quite worked out the way they would have liked it to, but Harmby is still alive. He can remech in a moment. Keeping Fearless up is probably the next biggest priority. Unfortunately, for Dallas fans, he's not kept alive, and the Reign might actually start to build some speed here in this overtime. They're getting a lot of free progress here, Matt.
That's just be a huge second point take.
They've got to go, Dallas. Last time they Charlie 9'd it. This time they may not, but it's still going to be tough stuff to try and capture. Good sound barrier there from Jexer at a crucial moment where the Blizzard's really going to slow Dallas in their tracks. Hawk playing the front line here, wants to try and bowl Fearless over, who has to back away. Someone needs to keep touching though, and next man up was Jexer. He's taken down. That's another checkpoint for the Reign. All in overtime, by the way. They have 5 on the board.
Well, we have enough proof now.
Fearless goes so low. Self-destruct over the top. The placement is
Edison
great, though.
doesn't make through the TP.
Yep, it wasn't quick enough, and now the Fuel retake the high ground. Sparkle here on the Doomfist. Is able to get rid of Pelican at range and lines up another big one on Iris. The Reign finally get cleared off the car, but that is some serious mileage they've accrued.
Oh, that win the game there, right? They don't have to win the game at this moment.
I don't know if that's happening. Iris gets completely split off. That concussive blast just knocks all of the Atlanta Reign to the 4 corners of the globe. It felt like Master and Gator, though, they don't have to get aggressive. There's no other choice, really, but to do that. The Mercy here is able to bring Fearless back into the fight. This is not something we've seen pretty much from Dallas at all. But it helps him out here, no doubt about it. You see Hawks just try to keep Master alive, but it might be every man for himself. One spot.
And chuck him at one fight with, 25 seconds on the clock. So getting on here and taking fights is exactly what Atlanta wants. Draw this clock out.
You see that defense matrix stretched to its very limits. It was not enough to keep Edison alive. Gaty got hacked at the start of the fight. Now that amp matrix cannot affect Sparkle as he flies above it. Another kill for the Farah here. And Fearless has Primal Rage available. Dallas have everything they need here. I have a feeling, Matt, that Atlanta are just going to try and take some of these fights, try and burn as much as they can. It's only a minute up in the pre-fight.
It's a good spot for a fight for Atlanta, too.
Into the choke. There is the EMP. The Symmetra wall taken down. Iris crucially cannot do too much of anything, really. I think the regenerative burst was turned off by the EMP, but he was able to get an immortality killed off. That was turned off, of course. This Doha Sombra is looking absolutely filthy.
The one thing I'm surprised of is
short on time themselves, but Sparkle's in a good spot here for the barrage. He tries to go over the top, but he gets rid of Masa. Defense matrix. Oh, Edison's still going to go down. There's a Primal Rage that pushes into the McCree. Gator's able to find Fuel to here. A longer fight might actually start to hurt the Dallas Fuel, so they need to clean it off quickly. Harbin's able to get the job done here, and Dallas shaky a little, but they get across the line, still in overtime. This is anybody's map.
I was going to say, you're not going to have enough healing to deal with that. To get this Blizzard down as well.
The very moment the Fuel leave the cart, the round is over. Here's that EMP. It catches Pelican crucially. He has the Blizzard up.
Nice shot.
The Doha goes down. It's a headshot to get rid of the May, though, and that was where the Blizzard was. So now a key ultimate is taken away. Sparkle strikes again. Edison is a smear on the wall, and this self-destruct can't find any value. Another one for Sparkle. He's far from done. Forced to play Tracer for so much of this meta. Now he gets to flex what he's made of. Pressure engaging here, knock the Orisa away, and the Dallas Fuel, a squeak over on Kings Road. Tool to deal with this.
And this is what I mean, where, you could set a tremendous time against this team, have great, history, specifically playing, what was played during the qualifiers. This is not what was played in the qualifiers. Dallas Fuel showing that they can adapt. Atlanta kind of committing to what they've practiced. Dallas, you don't know how Steamroll on in. It's going to be a nano barrage. Or
They know it.
Faking it. Yeah.
I mean, they know it's coming. Spark was able to find Edison there. He's just blown to smithereens. And the Atlanta Rain, I mean, the kid with the
But he's not
bionic
even
ray on
being
the card.
threatened. He's not even being
No,
threatened.
what in their comp does that outside of Iron?
Doesn't really, does he play the Sombra for Atlanta? I'm trying to think of the top of my head when I've seen them play it as. This will be a sim wall that comes in for the Atlanta Rain as they're trying to keep this going. They know they have to prevent the car from going in virtually instantly, but Hawk just gets played with there.
The self-destruct from Hawk bought a ton of time, Matt. They're able to filter their way back in here for another crack at it. Again, still no switches. Maybe you don't expect them at this particular stage, but eventually Atlanta have to respond to this. Now, everyone's asking, like, where's the hit scan pressure? Look, this team has used both Edison and Pelican at McCree. We've seen hit scan from both of these players.
By the Winston, you have the Farah from above, Sombra coming in. It's a lot.
Here we go again, Matt. Oh, here we go again. Edison just, splattered there by Sparkle. And there's going to be a blizzard in play here for Pelican, but I don't really know if anyone's on the ground to experience the chill winds. It allows them to stall the card a little bit here, but the Rain, they're not stubborn. They are switching their composition a little bit. It's just, I mean, McCree alone can't deal with the nano-boosted Farah.
This I like better, though, bringing the Tracer in the mix. You need to put some type of pressure on Dallas now.
Okay, so you see the Sombra EMP comes out there. Doha catches Hawk. I think that was the point. It's to make sure that no one can stop Sparkle. Get that mech on the ground and shut that defense matrix off. We see Pelican won't be denied on the Tracer here, so McCree Tracer for Atlanta, but it's not really slowing the fuel down.
It's going to punish the tanks, right? Putting a ton of pressure on a Gator, as that'll be a Deadeye. Connects with Jexe, so maybe Atlanta can stabilize now.
Sparkle got the nano boost. He was very low. Flash. Not going to get the job done. Hanbin gets rid of Edison. Yeah, Edison got knocked out into the thoroughfare, which was where the bomb was, and Sparkle's able to find Massa here. Again, Dallas find another way to derive some momentum. It's a switch to...
How about that? 4
players? How about that?
Connects with 4. Yeah.
Stunning stuff from Gator.
Too late, though. I mean...
Immortality kills there. I don't think so. Not with Fearless going down. I think crucially, getting rid of the Reinhardt is big. Yeah, Dallas, I mean, they breezed through this map.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. They have to pay attention to Pelican's Tracer. They have to react when he's in the back line.
Deadeye got shut down, and Edison got flattened there by Sparkle. Comes straight on in after the McCree ultimate was disrupted. Pretty clean follow-up. Capitalization on that EMP, Matthew. There it is, Edison knocked to the ground. That is a shatter for the ages. Self-destruct goes over to the top though, and it claims Jexe. Sparkle able to get rid of Master at the very least here, so the Lucio count is even up, and Gator knows he has to charge there. He has to get a mutual knockdown, otherwise he's flattened against the wall. It doesn't help him though. Harmon's able to take him down before he even gets to his intended target, which was the enemy Doomfist. Still, the reinforcements are thick and fast for the Atlanta Rain.
Yes, Hanbin's forced to use his self-destruct just to get a mech back here at the end. So, that's a huge kill though. Pelican though, taking out Fielder. Without the Ana, you lose all healing. Can anyone get to the card? It'll be Hanbin who gets a touch.
Yeah, D-Mech pretty much instantly here. Doha is going to have to reveal himself in a moment. He won't have EMP available. Translocates instantly. Now the Wrecking Ball comes in again. Fearless switching to the ball, only really for the stall component of this round. Edison's looking to finish the job. A Deadeye here will make it pretty darn hard for anybody to stay around. The EMP comes out a little bit too late. Doha hoping, I'm sure, to interrupt the Deadeye for a second time in a row. This time, though, didn't quite line up for the fuel.
So Atlanta hold on defense. Yeah, won't get anything though.
You got the
molten. Oh, the molten cord actually right on where the payload is. It's trying to deter Feelers from coming in.
And it's looking like bath time, Matt. Suds everywhere, and Edison is trying to clean the battlefield of any Dallas Fuel presence here. Jexe taken down by a wild charge there from Gator, and Doha can't really touch here. Hanbin is, dead, I'll be honest with you. Just keep it simple. And Fielder on the high ground can't do much either. The Atlanta Rain played the most hostile composition you could really ask for against the dive, and when they get to it, they got a fearsome opponent in their way right now, and that's the sleep on Edison. He hit the flash, sure, but there's no chance for a follow-up at Fielder. Oh, man, he is efficient. It's a bionic grenade to make sure they get the kill on Edison, and now Dallas can clean up. They need to respect Gator's damage inside the saloon, though, and, well, Hanbin gets desuited as a result. They will have that Ryan kill, though.
Okay, they do get some payload progress. You see Massa actually still moving the cart. Not going to make it out. Off angle, it's going to be very difficult to dodge any of this damage.
Try and put pressure on Hawk's resources as much as he can. Okay, interesting positioning for this one. Just lets it rip, and Hawk got desuited by it and removed. Iris going down after the fact. It means Dallas now get to ease into this defensive hold, Matt, a little more.
And I would love to just see...
Shatter gets Fearless, that's about it. But Deadeye for 2. Stunning stuff. It looks like Sparkle fell to the Amp Matrix boost. An easy one for Edison now. Gator and Hawk having fallen, so there's no front line left here for the Dallas field. Atlanta rather. They had the Primal Rage to deal with here on the side of Dallas. Fearless got Iris there, he just pancaked the fall, and Edison's forced back away. Armor's going to follow up here, and the pressure with a high value res, and he goes over the top of the pulse bomb. The monkey continues to live on. Pelican now under pressure, has to burn that recall, and this is just stall from Fearless. He gets the nano boost as well. Dallas are hanging on.
Oh, and they let Hanbin remech. You end up losing your supports, but can you keep dragging this out? Now you're starting to lose players. It's getting really good for Atlanta. So they should be able to get the cart over the line, but that got scary there for a bit. So Dallas could be the thing that sends us to a game 5.
1 minute 48, and the stick for good measure on Sparkle. Again, Pelican winning out against the Doomfist. Fielder completely lost at sea there. No one to save him, and this is another level for Pelican now. He is determined for this map 5.
And this is huge for a little bit earlier. Hanbin with a self-destruct doesn't get anything. Masa dodges it. Beautiful play there from Masa, getting the sound barrier off.
Deadeye for Edison means things go from bad to worse for Dallas, and the Atlanta Rain can't be stopped. This was always how it was meant. Point or deal with this Farah early. Either one. Sparkle takes some early scrutiny. It's going to be Jexer that gets picked off. So there is some hit scan pressure there. Iris able to supply. Getting rid of Mercy is huge. Now Sparkle has to go for health packs, and Hawk knew where to find the bird.
Yeah, I gotta say, Iris gets the kill.
Sparkle gets some damage on the mech here, and it's a little bit hard to heal Hawk from where he wasn't. Somehow Sparkle's able to get 3 kills there, Matt. I don't think that was part of the plan for Atlanta. Hawk tried to ward Sparkle away, but he would not be denied.
And there's, what? If they force you into that type of position, Dallas, maybe some kind of dive, because that's what they did before. So nice shot by Edison taking Sparkle out.
That's what you need from the McCree here, but of course the Mercy always means that someone's going to live twice. Gator's able to take down Hanbin here, but Doha is just constantly pressuring. He's staying outside the Blizzard, forcing Hawk. Oh my! Hawk gets a self-destruct kill on the Mercy of all things. That's Value Town, baby!
They sped away from where a Winston Rusher would come in, and they assisted Hawk kind of dealing with that bar and the damage. So hack on Iris, and Edison takes out Doha. So Edison starting off these fights, taking out the Sombra 2 in a row.
Sparkle gets a nano boost there, knows it's a little bit risky, but he's able to go and get the kill on Gator. Yeah, that amplification matrix means him hanging suspended there was pretty darn dangerous. Scrappy stuff, Matthew. But the Dallas Fuel had the numbers here. Hanbin very low. Needs a defense matrix himself against the Mini Diva. And he's healed up eventually. Fight's not over though. Master is going to be taken down. The Wrecking Ball for Gator here. Oh, it's on for young and old now, Matt.
The minefield as well.
Here it comes, the mines. And they're deployed from the top of the pile driver. So they're spread quite far. And here comes Gator to the point. Hit with a biotic grenade there for a moment by Fielder, who is under a lot of pressure right now. Sparkle is not in the fight. This is perfect for Atlanta. The self-destruct comes in over the top, and they flip a point in the meantime. Now we're in overtime. So much damage goes on to Sparkle as he gets chased down by Hawk with a barrage. It's not there. Master gets himself 2 kills in the fight, and the Wrecking Ball now for Fearless. How's he going to get this done? The answer is he's not. Simply that. The Atlanta Rain will take the first round here on Nepal.
High. Get the Doom, the Genji, the Winston in on Atlanta, make a big impact. What does Atlanta want to do? They want to set this Reinhardt up for big success. This is going to be a blade that comes out. Not going to get anything with it. A Gator pins Hanbin, and he's going to take out Fielder. You're going to be able to win this for Atlanta.
Doha can circumvent that amplification matrix to quite a large degree here. Dallas still have control of the point. It's a long fight. Eventually, Doha has to get run down by Hawk here. And he says, get on the ground behind him and hits him with a seismic slam. That's so brutal for the Rain. Dallas have recapped the point already. The fight's still going now. Death Blossom for Edison claims 2. Sparkle flew a little bit too close to those helicopter blades. Soundberry here for the Dallas Phil. They're playing with format. This could be filthy stuff, but Edison is safe on the point for the time being. It's only Hanbin now is going to get the attention of Jexer. He's got to get out of dodge for the time being. Gator's going to move up though now, and you can see the Moira just desperately trying to keep Dallas standing.
Yes, Hawk is going to get a mech back, so the mech back in this fight. This will be a Blade.
That's 3 for Doha. Yep. Looks like Listens is there for Fielder, so durability is at a premium right now, and the Fuel have all of it. They refuse to sell any of it back to the Atlanta Reign. Primal Rage is going to be here too. Dallas spend deep, and they have to. They're so close to winning the round now. They can secure it for themselves here with a staggered fight. It's just the dregs of the Atlanta Reign that are left to try and contest. They may not have a chance.
Yeah, you're going to have Moss to get on in touch. You have Hawk here as well. But this is not looking good for Atlanta, yeah.
Okay. Tons of mobility here for the Fuel. And the Basic League Trapeze artists, all 6 of them, they're able to get back from over the edge. It could have been scary, but the Reign are still in deep trouble. Sparkle goes flying and has no idea what's happened. Still, he's got plenty of teammates there. Almost a boop there on Gator, but he's out of swing himself back up, and here's another Dragon Blade. Now Hawk gets desuited straight into Cold Steel, and Massa cannot escape the fury of the Fuel. It will go to round 3, and we wouldn't have it any other way. TP behind the Fuel's formation here. It looks like the Reign are going to try and get around them. Wall, though, blocks that TP for the moment here. Oh! Yep, Fielder's going to get caught by an Amp Fire Strike. Now Harbin tries to make his way into the back line, but there's an Immortality Field here that just won't die. It just won't go down.
It's Iris getting the Amp Matrix first before Fielder, and then also being able to take Fielder out with that Fire Strike. That is huge. Sparkle and Jexay almost Metro Walls and both with Blizzards.
I mean, Fielder's in no position to use that Amp Matrix properly, and he knows it. He just needs to get to a safe place, and he's found it. Immortality Field was there. Fearless kept alive long enough to batter Gator around enough to remove the Reinhardt from the equation. The Dallas in a point position here to retake. It's going to be about 36 when the fight happens. There's the Amp Matrix, Maywall. This is pleasantries being exchanged right now. The claws are about to come out. First mech across the point, going to force Dallas to split a little bit, but they catch Hawk before he can get back in. That's so clever from Sparkle. He dives deep for the desuited Diva, and now the Immortality Fields are thrown, and they're removed. Jex is down. Blizzard caught 3, though. Perfect placement from Pelican. The guy's popping off.
Oh, this next fight's going to be brutal, though, for Atlanta. That they're going to have Hawk gets up with a big Blizzard eat. That would be massive here in this situation.
Go for that.
Doesn't get it.
I cannot believe that's inconceivable. Fearless goes for a shatter there. It doesn't work out, but the Blizzard is there. There's always a backup plan, it seems, for the Dallas Fuel. And that's why Fearless can play with such reckless abandon. And it gets the job done. Crucially, they still have self-destruct and
this
the Symmetra barrier.
Getting this extra percentage here. They have to hold on to their sim wall during that.
All of Atlanta's hope to rest on this fight. Symmetra Wall comes up here. Hawk very low, can't get away. The Wall blocking his escape. It's going to be an early Immortality Field, and that's what's going to break the Reign. The Shatter's there, and they couldn't touch. An ignoble end to the Atlanta Reign in such a hard-fought series. And Dallas, they say to their fallen brother, well fought, I'm moving on.
Oh, that one goes down all